Whether it's the butterflies in our stomachs when we fall in love, a gut-wrenching experience, or simply just a gut feeling, our emotions seem to be tied to our stomachs. But just how strong is this connection? Can the health of one affect the other? Our bodies are made up of a complex web of interconnected, interdependent systems. And until recently, this was thought to be a top-down system. That is, the brain sends its signals and the rest of the body follows. But as more recent research shows, this isn't really the case. It all started in 2004 with a study conducted on two types of mice. One group had all their gut microbes removed and the other didn't. These mice were then placed in stress-inducing situations. The result was that the germ-free mice showed a much stronger response to stress as compared to the others. This experiment would go on to become one of the first to establish a direct connection between our gut microbes and the brain's functioning. These recent studies have also shown that around 50% of our dopamine and more than 90% of our serotonin is actually produced in our stomachs. Not only that, our stomachs also produce more than 30 neurotransmitters and have more nerve endings than the spinal cord, which not only means that it is extremely sensitive to our mental state, but also that it can affect our mental state. This could explain why anxiety messes with our stomachs, or why a messed up gut and indigestion can make us feel irritable, anxious, or even depressed. The line of communication between the gut, the microbes in the gut, and the brain using biochemical signals is called the gut-brain axis. In recent years, there has been a lot of focus on this connection and how disrupting it can cause seemingly unrelated ailments.
Enteric nervous system is there, and there is central nervous system. Between the two, there is link, and with the help of that link, the axis that is created is called as gut-brain axis. Very many times, as a gastroenterologist, I see patients and they say that there is a problem in the tummy, and because of that problem, which is usually connoted or denoted as gas, they develop headache. Now, we have so far been dismissing this, but now we know that there may have been a connection, and this could be because of the dysbiosis or change in the microbiome of the gut.
And what causes dysbiosis? Processed foods that contain emulsifiers, stabilizers, and other chemicals, foods treated with pesticides, over-sanitizing, and stress. Yes, stress. When we are stressed or anxious, our body releases cortisol, which puts our sympathetic nervous system into action. What this means is that our body prepares itself to combat the stressful situation, and in doing so, it halts our rest and digest system. So when our body is in the fight or flight mode, whether it's because of anxiety or stress or even fear, food is broken down slower and isn't properly absorbed.
If you don't have absorption and you have feeling of bloating, that means either your stress hormones are not allowing you to fight the stress properly. And if it is going on, that means you are continuously exhausting your stress hormone.
So stress messes with your gut, which messes with your hormones, causing anxiety and stress, which further affects your gut. But just knowing that this cycle exists might also be the answer to breaking out of it.
Irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, what we call irritable gut, is very common nowadays. It can be anxiety related. And instead of going for medication, what I have seen in my patients, at least I feel that if I regulate the intestinal absorption by giving them prebiotics or probiotics, which itself will contain more B12 and more B complex vitamins, it helps. So I personally have experienced this with my patients who have no pre-existing illness, that I can get away with giving them a good vitamin supplement which has got a balance of nutrition, balance of vitamins like magnesium, selenium, B12.
How then can we ensure a healthy gut-brain axis? For a healthy gut-brain axis, we have to first start with a healthy gut and a healthy brain. So remove toxic foods that cause inflammation from your diet. This includes processed foods, alcohol, and foods you may be allergic to like gluten or dairy. Replace them with foods high in fiber like whole grains and legumes that help lower inflammation. Have lots of probiotics like yogurt and lassi that help the gut microbes grow.
You may also need to add back lost digestive enzymes with fruits like pineapple, papaya, mango, bananas, or even with the help of supplements. Fish oil, amino acid glutamate, and antioxidants like vitamin A, C, and E can help repair your gut lining. And lastly, rebalance your mind and body with conscious lifestyle choices. This includes getting adequate sleep, maintaining sleep hygiene, getting regular exercise, especially cardio, and managing stress. Be sure to set aside some time every day for relaxing activities like meditation, yoga, or a calming hobby. Because as it turns out, it's not just your heart, but the way to your brain is through your stomach too.